Um, Good day, everyone. We are going to be talking about how to spot fake Kenwood blender, and this guide is also going to be useful for any other brand of blender as well. So we are in the rise of technology, and we all have dumped our old ways of doing things. For instance, we no longer use a stone to grind our stuffs, and we tend to use blender. These days everyone wants a blender. So but we have to be very careful when we are getting one, because the knockoffs and counterfeits are spread everywhere, and you can easily buy a fake product. So firstly, I would like to bring your attention to the fact that this is an agricultural channel, and you might not have expected a video like this, but there is an aim behind this video, and my reason for making this video is to clear the misconceptions and misinformations surrounding getting an original blender. And I'll be doing this from my personal experience. So I've fallen into the trap already, but if I should be buying a blender another time, I will make a better decision. So I don't want you, my viewer, to fall into this trap as well. So I decided to make this video to guide you using this platform which I have access to. So I have never bought a blender before, and it happened that I needed to buy one, and I knew that I would have to get recommendations, because we are talking about home appliances here. If I bought a fake one, it would do me no good. So I headed to Facebook and I posted on my timeline. I was asking for recommendations for people who sell home appliances, and some good friends of mine on Facebook recommended 2 to 3 persons, and I contacted one of them. Before I did that, I checked their page and I saw that they were selling home appliances, basically blenders, different varieties from different brands. I saw Badefu, I also saw Kenwood on their page. So I contacted them and I asked them if the Badefu brand and Kenwood brand I saw on their page was still available, and they said these brands of blenders were available. So I thought to myself that I should go for Kenwood, because I have known Kenwood for a very long time, and I know it's a trusted brand around the world. I have known Kenwood since I was a child, so I thought, why not just go for Kenwood? But therefore I don't know, but therefore, so let me just buy Kenwood, so that at least I should get something that would serve me for a very long time. So we discussed the price, and this was the Kenwood blender in question. Take a look at the carton. Can you see? So this was it. This is what the carton looks like. Can you see? 3.5 liter jar, and it also has a smaller jar for dry blending. Okay, so we talked about the price. We negotiated and we agreed at 46,500 naira. This should have been a red flag actually, if I had known the things I know now, because I should have known that a Kenwood blender shouldn't have would not be sold at this ridiculous price. It should have been a red flag. I should have known that I was buying a counterfeit product with the price, but I didn't know because I don't have an idea how much blenders are sold or anything. So I thought to just buy it because I thought 46,500 naira was a good price for a good blender. So without much ado, I received my order and I proceeded to unboxing it. The moment I unboxed it, I started suspecting, I started having suspicions about what I bought because I started seeing red flags starting from the carton and the blender itself. There were many questions running through my mind. For instance, take a look at this carton. Can you see it? So what is can you see UK standard? There is UK standard inscribed on this carton, but we have a German flag here. So I had questions about that, and the fact that UK standard was inscribed on the carton, it's like I even had questions regarding that as well, because I didn't expect a reliable brand as Kenwood to inscribe UK standard on the carton of their products. So I was worried. And the blender itself, take a look at it. This is what the engine looks like. So the material looked inferior to me. Can you hear how it sounds? So it looked inferior. So, and I started thinking that this was a knockoff product and not the original one. So I messaged the seller and I asked her, I am having suspicions. Yeah, I received my order and I'm yet to test it, but I don't think this product is original. So could I just return it and get my money back? No, I wasn't even asking for my money. I was like, could I just return it so that I could buy another product, probably a fairly used product? She said her product was original, that I should just proceed to testing it. Okay, I didn't argue after that. So I wanted to test it, but I couldn't test it because something kept telling me that this product was fake. So I proceeded to ChatGPT and I asked ChatGPT several questions, and thanks to ChatGPT, it confirmed to me that the blender was fake. Let me read my chat with you. The chat I had with ChatGPT. The first question I asked was, do we have fake Kenwood blender in circulation? And in response, ChatGPT said, yes, counterfeit Kenwood blenders are present in the market. Kenwood has acknowledged this issue and offers guidance on identifying fake products. They advise consumers to be cautious of unusually low prices. I said that should have been a red flag. Poor product quality, vague or incorrect online descriptions, and improper packaging. To ensure authenticity, it's recommended to purchase from official stores or trusted resellers. If you suspect you've encountered a counterfeit product or dealer, Kenwood encourages reporting it via email at counterfeit.reports at dillonghicook.com or something. And it's continued. In Nigeria, discussions on social media platforms have highlighted the prevalence of fake Kenwood blenders. Users emphasize the importance of being cautious about where you purchase these items, noting that buying from big shops or paying a high price doesn't necessarily guarantee authenticity. To aid consumers, distinguish between counterfeit and between genuine and counterfeit products. Various online resources and videos are available. These guides offer visual and practical tips on identifying authentic Kenwood blenders. For a detailed review and testing of a Kenwood commercial blender, you might find the video below helpful. So it provided a link to a YouTube video, and eventually I tried to watch the video, and the video was not good enough, because even the blender the person was using to tell us that they are fake Kenwood products, the blender itself was also fake, and she thought it was original. So that was one of the reasons that informed this video, because there are various videos on YouTube and they are telling us that with their fake Kenwood products. Meanwhile, the ones they think are the original ones are also fake. So I asked ChatGPT, how do I spot a fake one? So, and it said, to spot a fake Kenwood blender, check for the following. 1. Branding and logo. It said the Kenwood logo is well printed, clear and properly aligned for the genuine brand, and for the fake product the logo may be blurry, misspelled. For instance, it could be spelled Kenwood or Kenwood or poorly printed. There was nothing like that for this one. I think the makers of this one put that in place, like the brand is correctly spelled. So it talked about the packaging. It said for the genuine products, high quality packaging with accurate product images and clear labeling, and for the fake one, cheap flimsy packaging with faded images and incorrect product details. Then it talked about the model number and serial code. It said the genuine product has a valid model number and serial code that matches the official Kenwood website. Then the fake one may have a missing or incorrect serial number. Then it talked about the weight and material. The genuine one has, you should note these points in case you'll be buying a blender anytime soon, and if you like the Kenwood product, so that you don't fall into this trap. So it continues to talk about the weight and material, and it said as for the genuine one, it is made of heavy duty plastic or stainless steel with sturdy parts. I knew that this was the fake one because it was very obvious with the parts, judging by this. Then the fake one, and ChatGPT said it had lighter weight, flimsy plastic and weak glass jar. Take a look at this. This is what you can describe. This is very light, so you can describe it as what ChatGPT has already said. It is very light. Can you listen to can you hear the sound the plastic makes? So it's, the signs are everywhere. So then it proceeded to talk about the motor sound and performance. Yeah, this is actually one of the big red flags. So the motor runs smoothly with a consistent sound. That's for the genuine product. Then for the fake product, it is noisy, unstable and overheats quickly. That's just a perfect description for the product I got. It is very noisy, it is unstable and it overheats quickly. In fact, if you are using it, if you use it for a few minutes, you'll have to wait for it to cool down before you continue using it, else there might be a problem. Then as for the price, it said for the genuine one, it is priced within the market range for original Kenwood products, and for the fake one, it is unusually cheap compared to authentic Kenwood blenders. If I had known the price range of original Kenwood products, I wouldn't have gone for this in the first place. Then it talked about the purchase source. As for the purchase source, It said you should buy from official Kenwood dealers, reputable stores, or their website. You should avoid random online vendors or open market sellers with no verified reputation, the like of which I got mine. So it said if you are unsure, you can cross check the model number on the official Kenwood website or contact their customer. And this prompt ended there. So I proceeded to, I hope we have noted everything ChatGPT said, so that if you'll be buying a Kenwood blender, this information should guide you to get the original one. So I asked ChatGPT, there is KCB 239K inscripted on the one I have just purchased. It is also written on it that it has 10,000 watt rated power. Any red flags? So take a look at this. Can you see? This is what I was saying. There is KCB 239K. This is it. KCB 239K inscripted on this. So I thought that was the model number. So I was asking ChatGPT to confirm if there was any red flag. And this is also a very huge red flag. The fact that they wrote 10,000 watts. Can you see? This is the power rating. They wrote 10,000 watt on it. So in response, ChatGPT says, um, yes, there are red flags with the KCB 239K model and the 10,000 watt rating. So it proceeded to discussing the red flags. One, unusual model number. Kenwood does not use KCB in their model numbers. If I had known, genuine Kenwood blender models follow a pattern like BL335, BLP15, BLP41, BLP900, etc. So these are the model numbers for genuine Kenwood blenders. Why this KCB 239K of 18 is shows that the product I got is fake. So it also said a fake product often has an unfamiliar number, model number not listed on the official Kenwood website. You can proceed to the website to check their model numbers. So number two, extremely high power rating, which is the 10,000 watts power rating. I didn't know what that meant when I got it anyway. So it said, this is a major red flag. Kenwood blenders do not exceed 2,000 watts, even in their most powerful commercial models. A 10,000 watts blender is unrealistic. That's more than a standard industrial oven. You can see this is very ridiculous. The power rating of this is more than a standard industrial oven. It's more than that of a standard industrial oven. That's very ridiculous, and people keep falling for this scam. Because before I got my own blender, I actually learned from people that the higher the power rating of the blender, then the more efficient the blender is. Then, like, the blender is more powerful, it can blend anything blendable. So that's what they say over here. So when I saw one that was that had a power rating of 9,000 watt, I thought, no, this is not powerful enough. Let me go for one that has 10,000 watts, because this shows that this is going to blend anything blendable. So I later got to realize this when I started looking at the power ratings of other genuine blenders. Take a look at this blender. Um, this is a very good blender. It is very sturdy, and take a look at the blender. The power rating of this blender is 300 to 350 watt. I don't know if you can see it. The power rating is 300 to 350 watts, and this is far better compared to this guy that claims it has 10,000 watts power rating. So you can see how ridiculous that is. So ChatGPT advised further. It said what to do next: verify the serial number, check for a serial code and compare it with Kenwood's official listings, test the motor, If it is too loud, overheats quickly, or feels unstable, it's likely fake. I knew that after I had tested it. Return it if possible. If you bought it from a store that accepts returns, consider exchanging it for a genuine one. Then it said buy from a trusted source. So always purchase from official Kenwood dealers or verified retailers to avoid counterfeits. These are the things you should note if you are going to be getting a blender anytime soon, a Kenwood blender in particular, or any product. You should note this down. So, unfortunately, this is ChatGPT talking. It looks like you may have bought a fake Kenwood blender. So then I snapped the carton of my own blender to ChatGPT. I told ChatGPT this is the carton of the one I bought, but ChatGPT said I can't see images directly, but you can describe the details on the carton, including branding logo, model number, power rating, any spelling errors or poor printing, manufacturing details. So then I proceeded to writing out all of this. Can you see all of this that are written on this carton? I I wrote everything out that the product is Kenwood. The model number is KCB 239K. Blender and grinder UK standard multifunction 32,000 RPM stepless speed regulation. These are all the things that are inscripted here anyway. Cautious ice in seconds, 3,500 ml capacity, polycarbonate jar, great for blending coffee beans and spices, overcurrent /temperature protection system, rated capacity 3.5 liters, rated power 10,000 watts, rated voltage 220 hertz, then 220 to 240 volts, and every other thing that was inscripted on a carton. So ChatGPT said, based on the information you provided, this blender is almost certainly fake. So, and it said red flags. So now it wants to highlight or point out the red flags on the blender. So now the red flags, the number one, it says fake model number, which is the KCB 239K. Kenwood does not have a model with KCB 239K. Real Kenwood blenders have models like BLP 15, BLP 41, BLP 900, etc. Then what it had already said, the absurd power rating, no household or commercial blender runs on 10,000 watts. That's more powerful than most industrial machines. So if you are going to buy any blender anytime soon, you should know that blenders don't run on 10,000 watts, 9,000 watts, 8,000 watts, or any other thing. So most blenders usually have the power rating of 1000 to 1500 watts, in some cases less than 1000 watts, just like that of the one I showed earlier, which is very very powerful, and it has just 300 to 350 watts. So it said Kenwood's strongest blenders, even professional grade ones, are around 1500 to 2000 watts. So it also said the UK standard is misleading. Yeah, I had even thought about that when I unpacked or unboxed it. I knew it was misleading. That it said genuine Kenwood products don't use vague terms like UK standard. They state the country of manufacture clearly, and it said unrealistic RPM, 32,000 RPM. That most high-end blenders operate between 20,000 to 30,000 RPM, 32,000 rotations per minute. RPM sounds inflated to attract buyers, and this is what most fake products do. When you see a fake product, expect to find unrealistic properties, unrealistic advantages, unrealistic, everything about the product is unrealistic. And the point of all of this is to attract you, the buyer, to get this product, because they know you would want to buy something that has a value that far outweighs the amount you are paying for it. So this is the bait they used to get you into buying them. So it also said suspicious stateless speed regulation. Most Kenwood blenders have fixed speed settings or pause functions, not stateless speed regulation. Then it said questionable capacity. The jar is very very large. It is 3.5 liters. So ChatGPT said most Kenwood home blenders have jars between 1.5 liter to 2 liters. A 3.5 liter capacity is more common in fake blenders trying to appear powerful. What should you do? ChatGPT is now telling me what to do. Return it if possible. It said if you bought it from a store that allows returns, try to get a refund. It asked me to report the seller. It asked me to buy from verified stores, verified sellers. Then it said this blender is a counterfeit product trying to use the Kenwood name. Yeah, most of these knockoff products, counterfeit products, they look for popular brands and they use their names to sell their worthless products. So if you continue using it, be cautious as fake appliances often have poor quality wiring that can lead to electrical hazards or breakdown. This is me telling you that if you already have a fake Kenwood blender, judging from all of the things I've listed, that makes you know if you got a fake one or not. You should be careful while using it. That's if you should use it at all. So that was what ChatGPT told me about the blender, and I proceeded to messaging the seller, the person that sold the blender to me. I told them I have now confirmed your blender is fake. I want to return the blender and I want you to sell to me probably a fairly used one, a UK used. These ones are popularly called Tokumbo in Nigeria. So because I know those ones, they are usually not fake. So can you sell that to me so that I will just add some money to it or something to balance everything out? And she said our blender is not fake, it's original. She sold the blender to me. I was giving her too much problems, blah blah blah. She was not going to accept it. So I had to accept my fate. I had just got the wrong product because of ignorance, and I just had to accept my fate. Why told myself that I was going to do a video on this and enlighten the populace on the things they should put in place when getting a blender so that they don't commit the same error I have made. So finally, what are the things you should do in order to buy a genuine blender? First is you have to make findings. Yeah, ask a friend of yours who has that original blender that works perfectly that you like. Where did she or where did he get ours? So that they can tell you where they got theirs. Since theirs is original, you can just proceed to that place to buy yours. Don't just go to the market or don't just message any random online vendor who sells blender. Don't just message them telling them not to buy blender. No, don't do that. Make findings. Buy from verified stores. If you want to buy a blender, proceed to the website of these companies to make your purchase, or you can check for stores that are verified and that are affiliated to these companies. Buy from them, or you could also buy fairly used ones. Yeah, for these popular brands like um, the one in question, Kenwood. Yeah, I think it's just better to buy fairly used ones if you cannot find the verified stores, because fairly used products that are imported from the UK, US, and other countries are usually original. They are not fake, they are not knockoff, they are not counterfeit. So it is better to buy fairly used if you can't find verified stores to buy the new one. Then if you see a blender with an extremely high power rating, 10,000, 9,000, 8,000, 20,000 watts power rating. Run for your life because you should do that. This is unrealistic. Blenders run on power ratings less than 1000 watts, and there are some that are between 1000 and 2000 watts. So all of this 10,000 or whatsoever, it's just a bait to attract you to buying the wrong item. And also the price is a red flag. If you are looking for something cheap, you already know I told you that 46,500 naira cannot buy original Kenwood blender in Nigeria. So if you see a blender within that price range and they say it's Kenwood, it is very good, don't buy it. If you buy it, then you are buying fake. So should know that the price is also a red flag, and if possible get a warranty from your seller. Tell the seller, this blender that you are selling to me, I want to go and test it for a few days. If it works fine, I'll buy. If it doesn't work fine, I'll return your product, you give me my money. If they cannot do that, I'll advise you not to buy that product from them, because what's the essence of buying something with your add end money, and then you end up not getting maximum value of that thing? It's just a waste of income. So you should not do that. You should not fall into this trap. I have enlightened you, myself and my companion ChatGPT have just enlightened you. You don't need any more guidance to buy the correct product. Please, next time you are buying a blender, that's if you have already got one that is fake, you should buy original with these guidelines. Thank you.